Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Today I wanted to talk to you about some prepping supplies, preps that you should buy and stockpile before things go bad. Do you remember how quickly times change at the beginning of the pandemic? Overnight, things that were readily available disappeared off the shelves. We couldn't go out, things weren't resupplied, and they were very scary times. We know the issues from the pandemic have pretty much resolved themselves, but we realize that prices are rising, inflation is real, there are still shortages, and economic future can look grim for many of us. The world has become far more dangerous. There is war going on two fronts, and it could spread. No one knows for sure. So we want to give ourselves an advantage. As preppers, we can prepare and have some of the common things on hand that we would want. What if we have to shelter in place? What if your water stops running? What if your electricity goes out? What if you run out of money before you run out of month and you don't have a way to resupply anything for your family? If you can go to your stockpile, you can resupply the things you need because you were prepared for an uncertain future. Emergencies happen to all of us and we never know when. So we want to be prepared and stock up on the things that we most want to have. As preppers, we probably already have a lot of food and water, but now we were going to talk about some of the just simple day-to-day items that keep your life running smoothly. If the power goes out or the water stops running, maybe you won't have a way to wash dishes. Have a supply of paper plates. Have some paper bowls so that you can serve everything from cereal to soup to stew. Make sure that you have a collection of utensils. You can pick them up at fast food places when you're dining out, or pick them up cheap at places like Dollar Tree. I bought this little box at the Dollar Tree, and it's just from the school supplies. It's a pencil box, and you can see it holds a lot of utensils. And if you wanted to, and you have more than that, you could get 3 boxes and put one with forks, one with spoons, one with knives, and then you only have to get out the ones that you want, and you don't have everybody digging around things getting dirty. You have the things you need. You also want to make sure that you have cups, not only for cold drinks, but for hot drinks, because you can't serve a hot drink in a plastic cup. It'll burn your hand, maybe even melt the cup. And we don't want anything like that to happen. So have the basic supplies so that you can serve a meal no matter what the circumstances. Then let's think about some over-the-counter medications. Sometimes we get an upset stomach. Make sure that you have something for that. Maybe you want to pick up extra vitamins or extra pain relievers, fever reducers. An ointment that I've been using recently that I found to be very handy is this Icthamel, and it is a black cream that you put on something like if you have a bug bite or you get into something with stickers. So if you're out in the woods, lots of things have prickles, and if you're in the desert, everything has prickles. And so this can help remove thorns and stickers and spines that could get into you. You put this on, it actually swells up the area and it forces out the little stickers. So it's good even for splinters. And there's a lot of just skin rashes you could use this on. It's soothing. And it's different because it's black. And it really has worked. Things like stickers and thorns, somehow I seem to get into them all the time. And so this Icthamel lotion has really been nice to treat those wounds. Then you can also think about chapped lips. Maybe you want lots of chapstick. Maybe you want to also add Carmex because it's medicated, and sometimes if your lips get too chapped or even your nose, you can rub a little of that on and it really can be soothing more than just chapstick. That's something to think about if chapped lips are a problem for you. Next, let's think about what if the lights go out. Even at Dollar Tree, they have the little lanterns again. They take a few batteries, and so you want to pick up batteries for them, the AA, and then these are very bright. And for $1.25, you can't go wrong. I've had some good luck with these. A few of them I bought a while ago. The little knob was loose, so make sure that the knob feels like it's secure before you buy it. Look them over. And then know that this is a very bright little lantern that works great, whether you're in a power outage situation or just you want to go camping. Dollar Tree has all types of candles, and you can also even find little battery operated ones that the batteries are included, and these can provide a nice little bit of light. So look for the little battery operated candles. I found them to be handy. I have used them out at Granny Camp, which is my Alaska off-grid cabin, and they're really nice to have, and then you don't have to worry about having an open flame. But if you do have candles, make sure that you have lighters. Pick up some matches. I store mine in a plastic bag to make sure that the box doesn't get wet. And then look for the long-handled utility lighters. You can reach down into tall candles with a long utility lighter. You can light barbecues and campfires and even camping stoves, things like that. There are a lot of reasons you might want to have a long reach lighter, so check out these and get some. They're really handy. Then think about ways to store food and trash. You want to have all kinds of sizes of Ziploc bags, garbage bags, and then look even for some of the other products like foil, wax paper, parchment paper. I like to take wax paper and line the pantry shelves because then when things spill or leak, it's easier to clean up. You can remove the wax paper and generally it holds most of the mess. And then you can still wipe it out, but everything isn't stuck on the shelf, it's stuck to the paper. And that helps with keeping things clean and picked up. So that's something that I recommend, is line those pantry shelves with wax paper. Something you may not have thought about is the blue painter's tape. We always hear we need duct tape, but if you want to actually tape something, say to the wall or around your window, the painter's tape works better because it's designed to be stuck on a wall and removed, and it'll stay for as long as you want, but then when you pull it off, you're not going to have residue or it pulling off your paint or even tearing up your sheetrock. The blue painter's tape is really handy. You can get it thick like this or you can get it in narrower widths. So look around, try some of it because it really is a very handy tape to have. Let's not forget can openers to go with our food. I have this swing away can opener that is the perfect can opener for the big number 10 cans. So this is one that I think is essential, but make sure you have a basic can opener. And then another can opener that I've really been pleased to have is for the pull top. So you hook this under the can and then you sort of rock it forward to push it in, pull it back up, and the lid pops off. And it's really nice if you have weak hands like this old granny. Then let's think about hygiene. Make sure you have plenty of toilet paper. Remember how it disappeared? Do you want to go begging, see if anyone has a square to spare, or do you want to provide it for yourself? You might also stock up on paper towels, and I think an essential is baby wipes because we want to be clean. There's nothing like being clean that helps you to feel like you can cope with what's going on. And if we have dirty hands, dirty faces, dirty private parts, nobody is happy with that. So the whole family can use them. They don't have to be just for babies. I even use baby wipes to give my little dog Teddy we always call it a French bath, where we're just using, say, a washcloth or some baby wipes. My family calls that a French bath. I don't know why, we just do. So give yourself an advantage going forward. When hard times hit, some of these items could just disappear out of the store, but if you have them ahead of time, you can go and look for the things that people will want next. And then you can continue to build your stockpile even if there's shortages and times become strikingly different and very desperate. If you think back over some of the items that were in short supply during the pandemic, they had shortages of aluminum, carbon dioxide. There were shortages of fertilizer and chlorine. There were also shortages on foods like potatoes, tomatoes, baby formula, feminine hygiene products. So think about the things that maybe you ever struggled to find in the past and have a few of those extra on hand. Don't go back to normalcy buys and saying, oh, they're always in the store now, I don't need to worry anymore, because that's how we fall into the trap of, oh my gosh, where is an extra roll of toilet paper, an extra box of Kleenex? I have finally reached critical mass with Kleenex, so now if I take a few off the shelf, I just replace those. I don't need to still keep buying more and more. I have enough that fit the space I need, and I have enough that I can resupply, even if everyone gets a cold at the same time. So have the things you need. Leave it in the comments below if there's other items that you recommend that we might want to stockpile we haven't thought about yet. I hope you'll like my video, share my video, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.